Our next topic is about resultant of parallel forces. Okay, so ito yung ating simple figure wherein ito yung resultant ng apat na forces. So yung R downward dito. So ang location niya D from the left. And then yung ating mga forces, hindi lang siya laging vertical or horizontal. Pwede rin mga naka-inclined. Okay? So pwede rin ganyan. Okay, so para masolve yung resultant, kunin nyo lang yung summation nila. Considering syempre yung mga directions or yung mga signs nila. And then para sa resultant moment, kung natatanda nyo ba sa previous topic, meron tayong summation of moment around a given point. So dito ngayon, yung ito ay represented ng RD or simply summation of forces multiplied by yung moment arm nila. Okay? So yung X dito yung moment arm. So yung figure natin dito medyo may konting correction. Kasi yung X1 ay hindi kita. Ibig sabihin yung F dito ay dito yung F1. Okay? Yung X1 ay ito. So, paki-correct na lang yung handouts ninyo or yung lecture ninyo. Okay, so ang in-assume dito, clockwise ay yung positive. So, F1, X1, yun. F2, X2. Then yung F3, gawin nyo na lang negative to. Okay, and then plus yung F4. So, F4, X4. Okay, and then dito, yung F3. So, minus. Kung ang in-assume nating sign ay yung positive, yung downward. Next, we have resultant of distributed loads. So, yung distributed loads, ito lang yung mga. So, meron yung rectangular, triangular, trapezoidal. Okay? So, yung trapezoidal, combination lang nitong dalawa. Yung formula para masolve yung resultant, ito lang yon. Okay? So, tatlo. Yung double, yun na maliit, ibig sabihin yung intensity yon. Okay? So, ang unit niyan, pwedeng Newton per meter, pounds per foot. So, yung mga unit ng W dito. Okay, so dapat alam nyo itong tatlo. So, ang alternate formula para dito, sa isang to, so pwedeng 1/2 yung WO1 plus WO2 multiplied by yung length. The next, for this topic, we also have couple. Okay, so yung couple, dalawang forces lang yan na parallel, tapos opposite yung direction. And then, meron silang certain distance. So, kapag sinolve natin yung couple dito, FD lang. Okay? And then, yung kanilang resultant ay 0. Okay? Kasi equal forces tapos opposite sa direction. So, pag kinuha niyo yung summation of forces, so 0. Pero may moment. Then next, resultant of non-concurrent force systems. So, ito naman yung mga forces na walang common points. Okay? So, kumbaga, meron tayong halimbawa, structure na halimbawa ganito. So, pwedeng yung mga forces mo ganyan. Tapos, so, hindi sila nag-intersect into common points. So, hindi kagaya ng first topic natin. So, mga ganitong klaseng forces lang yung involved. Pero yung concept or yung formula, so, pareho lang. So, and then, ganun din sa mga intercept. So, na-discuss ko na to dun sa previous video natin. Okay? So, halimbawa, ito yung ating x sa y axis. Ito yung resultant. Ito yung mga intercepts. Yung I sub x saka S sub y, pwede nyo ilagay na xi tsaka y sub I. Okay? X tsaka y intercept. Ito yung y sub I or yung y intercept. Ito yung x sub I. So, kung gusto nyo gamitin to, okay lang din. Okay, so ito yung mga pangalan ng ating mga variables. So, alam nyo na siguro. So, problem number 236, page 34, from the book of Ferdinand Singer. So, parallel force system acts on the lever. So, determine the magnitude and position of the resultant. Okay? So, ang hinahanap o required ay yung resultant, and then yung kanyang position. Okay? So, dun sa figure natin kanina, gumamit tayo ng D. So, ngayon, kung i-drawing natin yung resultant, pwede tayong mag-assume ng kanyang location. Okay? So, halimbawa, ito yung ating R. Then, ito yung kanyang location from point A. Okay? So, pwede nyo rin i-solve yung kanyang position from this point. So, ito yung ating D. Yung direction, in-assume ko lang yan. So, solve natin yung R. So, yung R ay summation of forces lang. Okay? So, that is equal to, so, assuming downward ay positive. So, 30 pounds, positive. Then, plus 60. Then, 20, that is minus since upward. Then, last, we have 40. So, this is equal to 110 pounds. So, downward dito ay positive. So, ibig sabihin ito ay downward kasi positive to. Then, next, to solve the position, we can use the formula RD equal to summation of moment. So, at this point, we need to use point A as our point of moment, considering clockwise positive. Okay? So, yung resultant, alam natin downward. So, ang moment niya clockwise din. So, R, 110 multiplied by D. So, equal to summation of moment or yung forces multiplied by or yung force multiplied by yung kanilang mga moment arms sa point A. So, natin yung 30 pounds. So, 30 pounds multiplied by 2. And then, ang tendency nito, itong force ay mag-produce ng clockwise moment. So, therefore, positive to. Then, next, we have 60 pounds. Okay, 60. Then, moment arm niya, 5 lang. Okay. Then, ang tendency niya ay mag-produce ng clockwise moment. So, therefore, plus tayo. 60 multiplied by 5. Next, we have 20 pounds. So, ito naman, counterclockwise. So, minus. So, 20 multiplied by, so, 257. Okay, so, then last, 40 pounds yung force. So, clockwise yung moment. So, plus 40 multiplied by 11. So, yung mga units, kung titignan natin, ito ay naka-pounds. Ito ay pounds din. Ito ay feet. Ganyan. Then, ito ay pounds. So, yung pounds makakancel na. Then, ang matitirang units for D or unit for D is in feet. Okay? So, that is equal to 6 feet. Okay? So, 6 feet tong D natin. So, ibig sabihin, 6 feet to the right of A. Then, next problem. So, the beam AB supports a load which varies an intensity of 50 pounds per foot to 200 pounds per foot. Calculate the magnitude and position of the resultant load. Ito ay under dun sa trapezoidal load. So, required is R and its position again. Hindi natin ilagay D. Okay. So, assume ito yung ating R. Okay. So, ito yung kanyang location. So, yung resultant, so yung R is simply equal to 1/2 yung dalawang intensity. So, let us say W1 na lang to. Ito yung ating W2. Okay, so 50 plus 200 multiplied by 12. Okay, so ito ay naka-feet, 10 pounds per foot. Itong dalawa, so cancel yan. So pounds yung matitira. So ang sagot dyan ay 1,500 pounds. For the position, we need to consider yung dalawang forces dito sa triangular tsaka dun sa rectangular. Okay? So, dito sa rectangular o triangular, so say this is F2 na lang. Then, ito ay F1, yung isa. So, alam natin, ito ay kalahati lang ng 12. So, yung F1, yun yung force na re-represent ng rectangular load. So, ito ay kalahati lang ng 12. So, Li dyan ay 12. So, ito ay L over 2, that is 12 over 2, that is 6. Then, yung isa, yung position niya, mula dun sa A, yan ay 2/3. So, itong solution, ayusin nyo na lang. 2/3 ng 12. So, this is equal to 8. So, pwede natin i-apply yung RD is equal to summation of moment. Okay. So, this time, at point A na lang tayo. Okay. So, RD, yung R ay 1,500. So, assuming ulit, clockwise ay positive. Multiplied by D, so that is equal to summation of moment. So, dalawa lang yung forces dito na involved. So, yung F1 dyan ay equal to W1 multiplied by yung length. So, yung F2 ay equal to 1/2 W2 minus W1 times L. Okay? Yun, yung F1 multiplied by 6 plus yung F2 multiplied by 8. So, substituting F1, so yung W1, alam natin, 50. 50 multiplied by yung L, so 12 multiplied by 6 plus F2, ito yan, so 1/2. So, yung W2, 200 minus W1, 50. Then, multiplied by L, so 12. Then, multiplied by 8. Okay? So, 1,500 D. So, D here is equal to 7.2 feet. So, that is from A or to the right of A. Kung gusto nyo i-solve yung distance niya hanggang sa point B, so 12 minus 7.2. So, yun ay equal sa 4.8. Okay? So, 4.8 hanggang dito sa B. So, next problem. So, determine the resultant couple moment of the three couples acting on the plate. So, resultant couple moment. So, pareho lang yan sa summation of moment. Okay? Or we can denote that as MR na lang. Okay? Resultant couple moment. So, that is equal to, so couple, alam natin, FD lang. So, unahin natin yung F1. So, yung F1, 200, multiplied by yung distance between the two forces. So, 4. Then, ang assumption natin dito, so, assume na lang natin clockwise ay positive. Okay? So, ito clockwise, so positive siya. Then, itong 450, so, magpo-produce to ng counterclockwise. Okay? So, negative 450 multiplied by 3. Okay? Then, yung F3, so, ito yung F3 na dalawa. So, clockwise naman siya. So, 300 multiplied by 5. So, ang sagot ay 950 pounds-foot. So, positive yung na-solve natin. So, therefore, ito ay clockwise. Yung number 4, isolve nyo na lang yung mga components nila. So, yung vertical, saka yung horizontal. Okay? So, ganoon din dito. Yung vertical, saka yung horizontal. So, and then isolve nyo yung distance between the parallel forces or yung components. So, ito, tsaka yung isa. So, ito yung isang distance. Pag na-solve nyo yan, so, ikukunin nyo lang yung summation ng couple or summation of moment. So, kayo nang bahala dito. Then, itong number 5, so, similar lang dun sa number 3 kanina. So, ito yung mga forces na involved, 400, 200, and 300. Okay, consider nyo lang ulit yung mga positive tsaka negative. Then, for number 6, so, ang unknown dito ay force naman. Then, ang given ay yung resultant couple na 1.5 kilonewton meter. So, solution. So, MR or yung summation of moment Okay, so ilagay na lang natin dito summation of moment. Okay, ito yung moment ng resultant o resultant moment. So ito ay 1.5 okay, kilonewton meter. So equal to, so yung F, so kung mapapansin natin, so clockwise lang yan. So F multiplied by 0.9. Then next, yung 2, so ito ay counter naman. So ang assumption natin dito ay clockwise yung positive. Kaya itong 2 kilonewton meter or kilonewton na force, so magpo-produce to ng counterclockwise moment or couple. So that is negative 2 multiplied by 0.3. Okay? So kilonewton meter yung unit natin dito. So ito ay naka-meter. So makakancel yung meter. So therefore, ang unit ng F ay kilonewton. So that is equal to 2.33 kilonewton. Okay? So next problem. So ang required dito ay yung resultant tsaka yung kanyang position kasi nakalagay completely determined. So kasama na rin yung kanyang direction. So required is R. Okay? So ang formula para dyan, alam natin. So yan yung mga formula. So solution. Let us solve first for Rx. So lahat ng component ng mga forces along X axis. Then ang assuming to the right ay positive. Okay? So unahin natin yung 240 pounds. So yung kanyang X component ay ito. So ito ay 30 degrees. So paki-add na lang dun sa handouts nyo or sa lecture ninyo. Then the X component, ito, pwedeng cosine 60 or sine of 30 yung gagamitin. Okay? So 240 sine of 30 degrees. Okay? So to the left, so therefore negative. Next component or next force, yung 141.4. So ang X component niya ay ito. So wala tayong gagamiting angle, pero merong given na dimension tong mga boxes. So 1 by 1, so ibig sabihin ito ay square root of 2 or 45 yung angle. So pwede nyo gamitin yung angle or yung slope. Okay? So ang slope nito ngayon, 1 square root of 2. So yung X component ito. So to the right, so therefore yan ay plus. Okay? So 141.4 multiplied by 1 over square root of 2 or simply cosine or sine 45. Next, yung 300 pounds. Ito naman yung component niya. Okay, so yan ay to the right. Then meron tayo dito angle na 60. So pwede natin gamitin yung sine 60 or cosine 30. So yan ay plus 300 sine of 60. Then last force, yung 260. So pakanan. So ito naman yung component niya. So ito ay plus 260 multiplied by 12 over 13. Okay? So 13 yung hypotenuse nito. So ang Rx natin dyan ay 479.79 pounds to the right. Okay? Kasi positive to. So next for Ry. So Ry is equal to, so lahat ng components along y-axis or yung lahat ng vertical components. So again, yung 240, up yun. So ang assumption natin dito, lahat naman ng upward forces ay positive. So 240 multiplied by cosine of 30. Then, plus yung 141. So pataas din yun. Then next, yung 300 downward yun. So pababa, negative. Okay? Negative 300 multiplied by cosine of 60. Then, yung 260, yung y component niya ay upward. So yan ay positive. So 260 multiplied by 5 over 13. So kung sa solution ninyo, mas maganda pagkasyahin nyo yung buo, yung hindi napuputol gaya nito. So that is equal to, so yan ay 257.83 pounds. So ito ay upward. Okay? So we can now solve for the resultant. So that is square root of 479.79 square plus 257.83 square. So that is equal to 544.68. Let us solve also for the angle of inclination. So although wala naka-specify, so nakalagay kasi completely solve. So kasama na yung angle of inclination. So that is arctangent of Rx or Ry over Rx. So that is equal to 28.25 degrees. So yung position ng ating resultant, masosolve lang natin yon kung alam natin yung summation of moment. So ngayon, ang reference point natin ay yung origin na lang. So doon tayo mag-moment. So assume natin clockwise ay positive. Okay? So yung moment ng 240 ay wala. So nandiyan kasi yung force natin ng 240. So walang moment yun. And then yung 141.4, ang may moment lang dyan ay yung kanya horizontal force. So yan ay 141.4 multiplied by yung kanyang moment arm. So 1, 2, 3. So 3. So clockwise yun. So positive. Then next, yung 300 pounds. So both components na ay may moment. Okay, so unahin natin yung kanyang x component. So ito yun. So ang tendency niyan ay mag-produce ng clockwise moment. So therefore, yan ay positive. So 300 multiplied by sine of 60. Okay, so yan yung kanyang horizontal component or x component. Then yung moment arm ay 4. Then yung kanyang y component, so pababa, so clockwise pa rin yung moment na mapoproduce. Okay, so that is positive. So 300 cosine of 60 multiplied by, so yung dito hanggang doon ay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. The next force, yung 260. So meron itong vertical ulit, tsaka horizontal components. So yung kanyang horizontal components, so clockwise. So plus ulit. So plus 260 multiplied by 12 over 13 multiplied by yung moment arm. So 1. Then yung kanyang y component. So ang tendency naman yan ay mag-produce ng counterclockwise. So minus. So yung moment arm niya ay 4. So ito ay equal to 1779.19. Okay. So foot-pounds. So positive. So therefore, ito ay clockwise. Ngayon, kung gusto natin i-solve yung kanyang position, so lagay lang natin siya dito sa taas ng origin. Okay. So kapag dito sa baba, counter. Kapag sa taas, clockwise. Okay. So yun yung essence ng pag-solve ng resultant dito. So ito yung theta x. Yung moment arm niya, pwede natin i-solve yun gamit yung RD equal to summation of moment. Okay? So substitute nyo na lang yung R at saka yung summation of moment dito. So ang moment arm niya ay 3.27. So ngayon, pwede na rin natin i-solve yung xi tsaka yung y sub I. So kung meron tayong angle na 28.27 tsaka yung D ay 3.27, so pwede natin gamitin yung sine para masolve yung x sub I. Okay? Then kapag mayroon ng x sub I, pwede natin gamitin yung tangent para masolve yung y sub I. So that's all for this video.